Hello, and welcome to tonight's episode of The Cops of Inverness. I'm Marcel, the host of tonight's show, and one of the cops on duty right here in Inverness. You just saw a reenactment of a brutal murder that took place last night. Today on our show, we are going to interrogate a few of the prime suspects of this murder, and hopefully draw some conclusions. So let's get started. My first question for the suspects is, what role do you play in King Duncan's life?
Well, as you can see, I am Macbeth. I'm one of King Duncan's generals. He respects me for my bravery and skill, and so, to show his gratefulness towards me, he invited himself to my castle. This is where the murder took place.
I am Lady Macbeth, the wife of Macbeth, and I hosted King Duncan at my castle the night he was murdered.
I am Macduff, a Scottish nobleman. I have fought in battle for King Duncan and for Scotland.
I am Banquo, a general to King Duncan. I was visiting Macbeth's castle the night King Duncan was murdered.
I'm Malcolm.
I'm Donalbain.
I'm one of King Duncan's sons.
Yeah, me too.
I see. Now, when exactly was the last time you saw King Duncan?
Oh, King Duncan? Yeah, I saw him at the dinner table last night. I was sitting next to him, actually. We had fried chicken and potatoes. It was quite delicious, really. Then we went to the dance floor, and I believe that's the last time I saw him before I retired to my bedchamber.
Oh, what did Macbeth say? 'Cause I was with him all night, so whatever he said, that's what I did too.
I saw the king just before he left to travel to Macbeth's yesterday. After that, I didn't see him until this morning when he was laying dead in his room.
I saw the king while we were eating at the dinner table last night, and later while we were being entertained. That's when I noticed Macbeth and his wife leave the party. The king left the party sometime after, and I never saw him after that.
Well, to be honest, I don't remember much from that night.
Me neither, Malcolm. There is a hefty supply of alcohol at the party.
I do think I remember Dad saying goodnight before he went up to bed, though.
I agree. It was right before the entertainment was finished, I believe.
Very interesting. Now I'm curious, were you close friends with the king?
Oh yes, the king highly respected me for all my military glories. He even named me the Thane of Cawdor, though he named his son Malcolm, the Prince of Cumberland. I don't really know why. It's not like he defeated the Norwegian troops like I did. Anyways, King and me, we were great friends.
Well, I didn't know him very well, but I did host a party in his favor. He is very thankful, and looked like he was having a marvelous time. King Duncan seemed like a very nice man, worthy of the utmost respect.
Yes, he was a great king, and he asked me to wake him up early today. That is why I was at the castle this morning. Tragically, I was not able to fulfill my order to wake him up.
Yes, I was. Along with Macbeth, the king awarded me greatly for my service to him in the battle. I served him with my whole heart. He was a great king.
Well, of course, he was my father. His noble life should not have ended this way.
Our poor father. We will miss him forever.
Alright, so when you found out about the murder, how did you react?
It was a horrible moment. I was so confused. How could something so terrible happen in my home? Oh, it was just...
I was so shocked. Who could commit such a merciless crime? Straight away I alerted everyone of the news and began thinking, who might have killed King Duncan?
I did not want to believe it. I still don't want to believe it. What a terrible night it was.
I cannot describe the horror I felt.
Me neither. We wanted to grieve right away, but we didn't have time. We knew that the murderer was near, and that he would want our blood next.
It wasn't yet time for us to cry because we needed to flee. Immediately I decided to go to England.
And I decided to go to Ireland.
Okay, now that we know the background of this murder, let's cut right to the chase. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't believe that you're the murderer.
Me? The murderer? That's absurd. Completely preposterous. I can give you 3 good reasons. Number 1, I am his friend. Number 2, I am his host. And number 3, I am his subject and therefore owe him my loyalty.
Poor innocent me, I'm just a woman. What could I do? My gentle heart could never begin to think of something so cruel. Even if I wanted to, I would not have the ability or strength to get past the servants and kill King Duncan.
I would never be disloyal to my king. And secondly, I wasn't at the castle on the night of the murder. It just wouldn't make sense.
I'm a man who values loyalty, friendship, and a clear conscience. I could never carry out this evil deed. Besides, what reason would I have for doing it? It brings me no fortune.
No, this is an easy question. I wouldn't kill him because there would be no point. If I was after the throne, all I would have to do is wait my turn. The crown would be mine eventually, so why would I bother?
Good point, Malcolm. Plus, here's another reason. He's our father. Who would kill their own father? We loved him.
Alright, well, if none of you are going to fess up, I'd like to know something. Who do you think did it?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. The servants' daggers were covered in King Duncan's blood. Who else could have done it?
Oh, it was the servants for sure. I know Macbeth feels sorry for killing them now, but I'm glad he did it. Such horrible men deserve to die.
I'm suspicious of Malcolm and Donalbain. The 2 of them just suddenly ran away. They could have been working together. I mean, I'm not quite sure yet, but I do find it suspicious that Macbeth killed the servants. First, he acted surprised when we told him the news of the king's murder, but then later he admitted that he had seen King Duncan earlier, and that's when he killed the servants. I don't know, his story just didn't add up.
My guess is Macbeth. The witches told him he would be a king. I think the thought of power went to his head, so he took matters into his own hands. I can't be positive yet, but it seems rather likely.
I don't know who did it, but I do know it's easy for a liar to pretend to be Sorrow.
Those we least suspect are sometimes the most likely murderers.
Exactly. The murderer is still out there, and it could be just about anyone.
Well, there you have it, folks. After hearing these 5 accounts, it's up to us to decide who the murderer is. Bring, bring! 1 second, folks. Keep ringing. Bring, bring! Bring! Hello? Oh, hi, Bob. Interesting. Oh, okay, well, 1 second. Thank you very much. Bye. Well, this just in, everyone. We have just discovered some footage that gives a clear picture to who the actual murderer is. Let's take a look. Wow. Alright, let's go, guys.
No!
But I didn't do anything!
Oh, I know you didn't commit the murder, but you were behind Macbeth the whole way. Now let's go! Thanks for watching this intriguing episode of The Cops of Inverness. Please tune in again next week when we give you the scoop on what exactly the porter did in his drunken stupor, which led him to 5 years in prison. Have a great night.